If you are still utilizing merely effort in areas like your business, you're missing out. And I say this as somebody whose everyday business is scaling visibility and revenue for entrepreneurs. That is not easy. When in business, there's a juncture you arrive to after years of effort. And I think effort is a beautiful thing because effort is the entry level, it's the fee you pay to get in. And most people don't cross to the other side because even the art of putting on an effort is something they can't fathom. But beyond effort, nobody talks about this about entrepreneurship. But beyond effort, there's a juncture you arrive at that leans more towards alignment. Now, it's a duality. When you combine alignment and then you combine effort, the results at that particular phase is magnificent. It takes a journey before anybody arrives here. Alignment in business is the art of going beyond your intellect. Most entrepreneurs, especially if you're leading an organization, you tend to put what you know on a pedestal. Usually, years of experience teaches you that what you don't know is more critical. Alignment is literally rooted beyond you. Alignment is how you become productive instead of busy. Alignment is how you take inspired action instead of just doing anything. Alignment is literally a combination that goes beyond just your mere skill set, right? So it could involve a culmination of things. It could be a combination of, let's say, strategy. It could be a combination of patience. It could be a combination of something as unique as intuition. It could be a combination of something like intention. Yes, I kid you not. I remember so well for us to scale our client base. I had to be very intentional about going global on the global stage. So alignment is literally the nitty-gritty things that a lot of people ignore, but they come together to form for you this beautiful baby that you don't need to sweat to keep. The old era that preached that entrepreneurship is tough, business is tough, yes it is. But this is also the era that recognizes that it comes down to your perception. People are not only creating reality in their personal lives, they're shaping reality in their areas of business. We scale visibility and revenue for organizations, entrepreneurs, business, corporations, and all that. And one thing is clear: anytime we are doing our research or our diagnosis of any particular business, most entrepreneurs don't understand flow and abundance in their businesses. They've limited avenues of revenue. They don't utilize avenues for brand awareness. They don't invest in the engines of their business, which comes down to marketing and sales. They are not intentional about the long-term brand positioning of these businesses. And somebody tells you the goals they have, but the intention and the obvious way there is clearly something they've not even thought about. And this makes me realize that we only talk about scarcity in our personal lives and in our childhood conditioning, but people don't understand the scarcity mindset they have around their businesses. And this is the key difference when I'm looking at the local companies and a lot of the global organizations, because globally people are so daring. You look at an invoice that somebody sends, you look at the quality of work they do. When you look at what you charge and what they charge and the work they do, you call yourself down for a meeting because your work is brilliant, your work is beautiful, but because of your conditioning down here, people don't understand that even their charging reflects their worth and the value they put on the table. Nobody is coming to expand that business for you, and you're not going to do it with that limited mindset, and you're not going to do it with that closed-off mindset whereby you still want to do things a conventional way, and you're not going to do it by merely effort. You've got to align and understand how this universe works, because a shift is here, change is here, and you're either part and parcel with it, or you remain in the old system whereby you're a victim and you're taken advantage of.